Taurus, this is your week ahead tarot card reading by Born Without Boundaries Tarot. It's a message for Taurus, sun, moon, and rising sign. This is an energy reading, so you call it into you, which means if you're not a Taurus birthday, but this is arriving in your feed, it's because some part of you knows that there's part of this message that you need to hear, so it's your message too. Sit back and have a listen. This is where your message begins. Well, trust in the great mystery. Let's analyze this card a little bit. Trust in the great mystery. We've got, it's 65, 6 plus 5 adds up to 11. So there's a great awakening that's about to happen to you, Taurus, this week, or whatever time span is revealed to us. It's a great awakening that's happening to you when you allow yourself to dive in and trust that the universe is going to hold you up. And that's hard, especially when it comes to that water metaphor of you can't really see it, but it is a leap of faith. And so you must believe it. Dive in this week, Taurus. Trust that even if you are in over your head, you are where you belong. You are going to float. There's a beautiful symbiosis between whales and the ocean. Ironically, the ocean is the only place that's big enough for them. It is where they belong, right? It is why they can be so large, because it is so vast and because the water does carry them. There's that beautiful, it's almost like this is the perfect combo here. Dive in and you will know it. The challenge this week is the diving part, right? The ability to trust that this is all going to be not only okay, but better than you ever expected. Because there's things here that you can't see. Think of that as the water. It's clear. Like you can only feel. Trust that feeling. Trust it even if it isn't something that necessarily makes sense. But it'll make more sense to you to believe in yourself and believe in your own convictions enough to stop arguing and just allow yourself to give over. Give over. Trust the great mystery. Trust what you don't know. Trust what you don't understand. Trust that all of this is happening for reasons that are beyond your comprehension right now, but still within your palpable spectrum. You can still feel it somehow, and you can still participate. You just don't necessarily understand completely how that's supposed to be executed yet. What are we jumping into? Why are we being called to faith? What is enveloping you this week? Well, we're going to see. Remember that as I divide the deck, Taurus, there are going to be cards that are left behind, and that's part of the process. I'm just going to leave them where they lie. If you need a personal message, I provide those. So check out my website. It's the only place you can book with me, www.bornwithoutboundariestarot.com, and you can book and schedule there. You'll get your reading within 24 hours. Okay. If you're just finding my channel, thank you, Taurus. I'm going to ask you now to please subscribe to help the channel grow, and also ring that notification bell and select all notifications so you will get notified when I go live. If you'd like to participate in the only place that I do free public tarot card readings, that's here on YouTube. So be sure to hit that notification bell. If you're offended by louder noises or they hurt your ears, Taurus, turn down the volume for a second, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to cleanse my energy and yours with sound, because sound's the only thing that can actually carry between these devices, and sound is that great sort of unifier. So I'm going to cleanse your space and mine, but if it's too much for you, you might want to turn down the volume a second. Landed right on top, overcome any obstacle. And this is Taurus energy. Trust that in this new space, you will be able to overcome any obstacle. Trust the great mystery and overcome any obstacle. You've got to just jump into this. That's the first step in being able to overcome it. You're only going to be able to get through this. The only way out is through. So being tenacious is essential right now. Overcome any and every obstacle. And then we have take the lead. Show up now. Devise the way forward. Be the leader in whatever the situation is. I don't even care if it's your love life. Trust this process, dive into the process, and don't give up. Take the lead now, whether you're male or female. It doesn't matter. What matters is you need to lean into this now and trust your convictions and dive into a situation, even if it's unknown to you and it's not comfortable. There's this sense of take the lead here. Something needs you, Taurus, this week to be the leader instead of the follower, instead of the receiver. Okay? Embrace the in-between. So this is a transitional period that's being revealed to you. This isn't going to last forever. But it always feels off to us, right? And any kind of transitional period feels it's off to us. It's off to us. It is. And that's what you've got to trust. You've got to trust that you're going to be walking on shaky legs for a while. You're going to trust that you have to go through kind of earth that's quaking. You're going to have to trust that this is the path forward, because it is. I think this is what I can help you out as a reader. This is the path forward. It's requiring some sort of change from you. Open to infinite possibilities. Remain open. Remain non-judgmental. It's hard. This is hard energy this is particularly difficult energy for Taurus. Remain non-judgmental. Don't predict. A rebirth is assured. All of this just says to me, it's all going to be okay. But the only way out is through. And so if you're hesitant, This is why the message had to come to you, because you're hesitant about something that you're experiencing now. You're hesitant. And I'm here to say, understood. It's okay. But this change is coming whether you like it or not. And if you jump in and lean in and trust it, it'll actually be wonderful for you, as opposed to creating a lot of friction or tension or fear. You'll relieve your fears by allowing yourself to trust. Just trust. It's almost like I can feel you guys wanting to trust, but everything in your head is saying, don't, this doesn't make sense. This isn't the way it's supposed to be. This is how it's supposed to be. And I have to insist that it's this way. No, you don't. This is when the mountain allows the river to move it. Because you've got to be in a different place now. And this is a new version of you that's awakening. We're not getting easy messages today. I guess easy is different than good, huh? Aries energy. So that means move forward. That means be brave. That means take the lead. Or, no, I just want to say that for now. This is take the lead. Maybe even the fight is up ahead. And ultimately you can't stop. This is worth fighting for. That's what I just heard. Something here is worth fighting for, even if it takes you into enemy territory. Something here is worth fighting for, even if it takes you into, even worse than enemy territory, unfamiliar territory, uncharted territory. You know, it's like at least enemy territory is some sort of predictable, right? This isn't necessarily enemy. This is unknown, which I think scares people more than even their enemies. Like, this is a sense, but that's what God wants you to get in the mindset of. This isn't enemy territory. This is just unknown to you. And the unknown can still be shaped and influenced by you, but you got to be there to do it. You can't just hope for the best if you don't dive in. So whatever this circumstance or situation that you're in, it's like, dive in. Maybe even head first. Trust that you'll be able to handle whatever comes at you because you have the strength to be able to do it. But this, once again, is worth fighting for. Moon card. What do you need to release? Your expectations. I can answer that question for you right away. Over the next couple of weeks, what do you need to release? It's a mindset that you have to release. That everything you thought was going to go the way that was going to go, and it's all correct. And no, it's going to take you looking at this from a different perspective. And then by the full moon, and the full moon is in Taurus, by the way. It's happening, I think, the 18th, 17th, 18th of November. You'll understand why you were being asked to let all of this go. You'll understand why you needed to be malleable, and you'll understand the process a lot more, right? You'll be able to kind of like relinquish whatever control you thought you had. We never really are in control. You're going to understand why you were asked to sacrifice what you're being asked to sacrifice now. You're going to understand soon enough, and soon enough is by the full moon. What is all this about? Came right out. Temptation. Temptation. What was the temptation? moving on. You're tempted. You're tempted to know before you're supposed to know. And you're tempted to hold on. And that's the control. That's the temptation. Moving on is the faith in the little thing, the little inner voice. Moving on is walking forward into territory that you're not sure of. Obstacles and challenges, absolutely, 100%. You're correct about that, but stand your ground. You have to stand your ground through the obstacles and challenges. You can't, the temptation to like insist that here's the deal. Staying where you are is a deceitful temptation, because it's a temptation that says, well, everybody else has got to do what I expected them to do. And that's not the case. You actually have to step up and do what's unexpected or hasn't been expected of you. Or there's all these new expectations that you may not understand how to handle, but you've got to do it. Why? Learning, growth. This is how you transform. You are being changed right now, Taurus. It's not that even, and yeah, with your change, you are going to affect the change in everything around you. But that's not going to happen without you changing. And the obstacles and challenges that you're standing your ground against is what is changing you. Can we get some words here? A little bit more. What is this all about? Clarify. A new beginning, a new start. But it's a positive one. A future. Having a future. If you want a future with whatever you are now, you've got to let go of what you're holding on to and move into unknown territory. Could even be extending an olive branch. Three of Wands is here. Knowing that something is worth the investment enough to even make yourself uncomfortable. And that's very difficult for Taurus, because Taurus energy is all about comfort. It's all about the expected. That's why it's about the maintenance. And it's a very important energy for the 3D world. This is requiring you to have a lot of faith and look beyond what's already there. This is future thinking for a fixed sign, for the earth sign of the fixed signs. But it's future thinking. And so there's risk involved here. It's worth the risk. I think you already know there's risk involved. What I'm here to tell you is it's worth the risk. Life-changing epiphany or experience. It's a time of big and blessed change for you. And God is supporting you each step of the way. Let's go to the extended, because we're gonna get more at. We're going to expand upon that. The link is down below in the description box, but I've also pinned it to the top of the comment section. I'll see you guys there.